All right, there we go. Okay, we are back. And whoops, look out. All right, we are back. Had to watch out for the puppy and other folks coming around here. So, got 4 bags of good compost dirt to put in our garden. And he said, the gentleman who assisted me said that they are doing very well. I asked him how it was with they had a lot of response for their uh, the compost, and he goes, "Oh yeah," and they must have had another dozen and a half bags already filled, and he says they'll all be gone by the end of the day. And it's 12:30, 12:24 right now. So that's good. A lot of folks doing their own gardens and wanting the compost to put in there, and it's a good price. Got $5 for probably a 40 or 50 pound bag of compost dirt. So that is a good thing. So anyway, and he said, where we commented that yeah, it seems like there's a fair number of folks who are, in fact, wanting to grow their own food and grow their own vegetables and stuff this summer. And it's a little early for us. It's the end of April. Actually, 1st of May ish. Sometime after that is probably the best time for us to really get our gardens started. So that's it. Anyway, back to what. So yeah, this was. And he's a farmer, and no social distancing with us here, picking up this stuff. No masks, none of that sort of stuff. But anyway, like I said, it was very interesting to see the amount of signage and I guess again my own personal opinion. I don't know. This is just my observation of having been to Ashland this morning, is that it seems like folks are going a little bit overboard, and I understand it to a point or to an extent, in that the signage is there because a business doesn't want to be perceived as being unfeeling, uncaring. They're not concerned about what's going on in the world today. So they're putting up the signs just to say, hey, we care. I find it real hard to believe that now, a little over a month into our, hashtag safer at home order here in Wisconsin, and the same, similar types of directives throughout the other 45 states that do have stay at home or some variant of that orders for the state residents, that unless you've been living under a rock or just totally ignorant and not paying any attention to the news or social media or anything else that's going on, that you wouldn't know that, hey, you're supposed to be, stay or you're being advised to stay 6 feet away from people for the social distancing and et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, I understand that the businesses are in fact doing that to be perceived as, hey, we care, we're aware of what's going on in the world today. Not that you, the general public, are stupid, but we want to make sure that you know that we know. It does seem a little bit over the top, sort of like, or not unlike. Of course, I haven't been flying in years. I can't remember the last time I took an airplane flight, but the same thing goes for, how many of us who have ever flown don't know how the seatbelt works in the seat that you're sitting in the aircraft. We use them here in our cars. But again, it's part of the routine that the cabin crew goes through with you. That part of their safety procedures, they have to tell you how to operate the seatbelt and how to put on the oxygen mask, et cetera, et cetera. Again, not that they think that the flying public is stupid, but we don't want to be perceived as we don't care about you as a passenger. So yeah, it was, like I said, there were more masks at, they were not required, but we're requesting masks at at the Schwamigan Bay co-op. They were and I saw a few people, and I don't know what percentage, but there were a few people for whom they were wearing them at Walmart and at L&M as they were going in or in the parking lot. But other than that, I didn't see a whole lot of folks with masks. Now I have I have a mask. I did wear it when I went into the co-op. I did not wear it. I had it with me in case somebody needed to, somebody got upset with me or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I had it with me when I was in the other stores. Just so, I mean, I am in one of those. I'm in one of those populations that are supposed to be highly vulnerable. Not for obvious medical reasons, but just because of my age. The lovely and talented lady of the house and I are both in that group, that age group that is supposed to be more vulnerable because of our age and possible underlying medical issues. But we're out. Neither of us have exhibited any problems or issues, and we're out in the sunshine today and getting our vitamin D and helping to get our immunity built up. Did watch a very interesting, and I'm going to post this separately, but watched a very interesting actually two. It's a two-part YouTube video of a couple of doctors in Kern County, California, which I think is just north of LA, or in that LA Metroplex area. But they actually went online and did they've got 2.5 months worth of data that they have been collecting in their practice, and so it's not the White House press conference theoretical modeling data that has been pushed out to everybody as this is what's going to happen, or who's the doctor in England who initially put out that there were going to be 200,000 deaths in the UK. The information that they have is real world actual data that they have from their area. But they've got real world data. They've got real world data that they can extrapolate from, and they're of the opinion that hey, we ought to, at least California ought to be opening up. I will post that as in separate links as a different posting, but it's real worthwhile if you go and just search California Doctors Erickson, Erickson. That should bring it up. And like I said, it's a two-part. It was the first one is about not quite an hour. It's 55 minutes, something like that. And the second one is about 12 to 15 minutes, something of that nature. And I hat tip to Tracy Beans from Undercover DC and the Dark to Light podcast for tipping me off to that, because it's real good and it's a real informative. It gives you another perspective of what this whole thing is that's going on. And one of the things that Dr. Erickson has said in the video is that yes, just as I was explaining earlier in the first part of this, is that yes, I can go to Walmart, I can go to Super One, I can go to L&M, the three big box or Tractor Supply, the four big quote unquote big box stores here in the area, within a 30-minute drive of where we live. We have not been to Duluth or Superior to see what's going on there, but we can go to those stores, but the mom and pop small business stores are all closed and we can't go there. So why is that? If it's safe for us to go to Walmart and L&M, etc., why is it not safe for us to go to the smaller stores? If we're still adhering to and maintaining the same sort of social distancing types of practices. The same might be said. We have 0 big box stores in our town of fewer than 500 people. The grocery store is open. One of the package stores or liquor stores is open. That's pretty much it. I'm just trying to think of, that's pretty much it. Everything else is closed or only open for takeaway or takeout or delivery. And we have one restaurant of the I don't know, 6 or 7 restaurants in town. Only one restaurant that is open for 6 days a week worth of either takeaway, takeout, or delivery. One of the other restaurants is open on Thursdays and Fridays for, again, takeaway or delivery. Well, no, not even delivery. It's just takeaway or takeout. And that's it. So, but we can't go visit those places if they closed off every other booth or table or something of that nature. But we can go to the grocery store. We can go to the liquor store. Why can't we go to the other stores in town? Why can't people come on up? Which gets into the whole issue of testing, and I don't have my notes with me, but I was writing some things that I'll probably post in another written missive. We have heard, and we kind of keep track of stuff going on pretty regularly as far as what's going on here in Wisconsin. We would have liked to have gone down to the big rally that was in Madison yesterday, just to see how that be with a bunch of like-minded people who are fed up with Governor Evers and his insistence on closing down the state for yet another month. Somebody from out of state or doesn't know where they're going, trying to say, I'm supposed to turn into a driveway here somewhere, but where am I supposed to turn in? Do you know where the hell you're going, sir? Okay. Thank you. Get off of the road. Thank you. All right. So anyway, out-of-state drivers. Anyway, Governor Evers. Now this extension of the Safer at Home, the hashtag Safer at Home order has been continued, and the first one, which was from March 24th to April 24th, which was yesterday, should have ended yesterday, had in it, I counted 29 different exceptions or essential types of things that you could do and not be in violation of the order, or not be, I guess, in violation of the order. The extension now from yesterday through through Memorial Day weekend, so whatever that is, May 25th, or so, something of that nature. Anyway, this extension again has additional exemptions or essential things that you could be doing. So add to that, and I haven't bothered to count how many additional loopholes, if you will, there are to that extension. We do know that they have started or undertaken a Badger bounce back type program, which says that we're going to, if we have 14 days of no new or few newer cases of the COVID-19, we move on to the second phase, and then things can start to be opened up. Well, I think we're well beyond that. This county, where we are, Bayfield County, has only had 3 reported cases of the COVID-19 here in the county. We've had one death, and that, in reading the news reports of that particular unfortunate death, again, my own opinion, the way it was written sounds highly suspect. And I can post that. In fact, I think I did post something about that previously, but I can still post something about that. So we've had only 3 reported cases, and that was over more than 2 weeks, probably now 3 weeks or better ago. So we're not anywhere near, we haven't had any other, we're not a hot spot. We haven't had a spike, despite the fact that we've got, despite the fact that we have fishermen coming up and parking, offloading their boats at the boat ramp and heading out on Lake Superior to go fishing. So, that's been that. So anyway, I am at a point where we can go ahead and call this a day, or at least bring this to a close, and we will talk with you all again real soon.